All right, welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Now, this is the beautiful game. There was quite a lot of beautiful stuff that happened over the weekend, and we'll be talking about it. Let me kick off with Manchester City as they looked like their old selves as they recorded the biggest Premier League win of the season by thrashing struggling Ipswich at Portman Road to move back into the top four. Now, well, they did that. It was 6-0. Now, that was quite something. Now, elsewhere, Everton started the road to recovery under returning manager David Moyes and piled more pressure on his struggling Tottenham counterpart Ange Postecoglou with an impressive victory at Goodison Park. Brighton capitalized on a disastrous mistake from Manchester United goalkeeper Andre Onana, was my name, to condemn their hosts to a fourth defeat in 5 league home matches. Nottingham Forest moved level on points with second-place Arsenal after withstanding an unlikely comeback by bottom club Southampton at the City Ground. I don't know why there's no update here about Arsenal, because Arsenal played on Saturday and they went 2 goals ahead and their head was swelling. Mary was calling me and jumping. We are 2 goals ahead. But, well, that was now how the match ended. Let's welcome Mary, of course, as she's here with me on the beautiful game. How are you doing, Mary, after a 2-2 scoreline?
So
on
this
Saturday.
is me pretending to be brave, bold, and ready to take on anything when inside me I'm crumbling. That match was heartbreaking, to say the least. I remember seeing the first goal excited, and when the second goal occurred in the second half, I was so happy. I was like, we have this. But then I just paused and I said to my man, I was like, Arsenal being Arsenal, what if they bottled? They said it's not possible. And the next thing, Villa 1, Villa 2, almost in quick succession. And I was so stunned. At the point, I think we were about 20 minutes to the end of the game when the second goal was scored. And I kept saying to myself, I just hope these guys don't win this match. That was all I started hoping for. I wasn't even hoping for us to win. There were lots of missed chances, but there's a serious problem with the Arsenal defense. There is no doubt about it.
All right. Well, it was ended 2-2, but one major talking point over the weekend had to be Manchester United against Brighton. Manchester United were at Old Trafford and they were up against Brighton. Ruben Amorim has been hot and cold. I mean, considering that there was a 2-2 draw. Remember that match against Liverpool? Quite an entertaining match. And people thought, or the general thought was that Manchester United are back to balling. But hey, Brighton and Hove Albion brought them down to earth. Now, we'll take a look at this match and a few things that happened. Andre Onana was a major culprit here. This was about the second goal. But now, the talk is that could he have done better? Okay, not with this particular goal. He could not have done better. They were checking for a foul for this one. But he was at fault for the third goal, the one that Brighton had to score. That's the one that we're going to take a look and analyze. But Mary, were you shocked that Brighton defeated Manchester United at Old Trafford?
Actually, I wasn't. I actually said this to a few people, that Man U is still in the process of, in quotes, building. It's still too early to expect that Amorim will do so well. Out of about, what now, the 12 matches, I believe is lost about 5 or 6 now. So it's still kind of like struggling. And so I believe there'll still be losses, wins, maybe a lot of draws. It would be a miracle for them to be in the top 10 this season at this point. All
right. Okay, let's take a look at this goal and look at some things that we probably could analyze here. And this is Brighton going for this run. Now, watch at this point. Andre Onana. Aha. Do you see that? Now, there's been talk about Andre Onana and his usefulness in this particular team and how he has been performing. But let's look at it. Let's take it frame by frame and see if we can take the replay now. At this point, Mary, would you blame Andre Onana, his defense, or the keeper at fault for this particular goal?
So this was actually something that was being talked about last night as to who exactly is at fault. And frankly speaking, on the one hand, one could say the defense didn't do such a good job, but Onana is really slacking these days. And it's almost to a point that it's hard to excuse some of the mistakes he makes. This one was very obvious. We should take a look at it, really.
All right. Yeah, let's take a look at it and see what we can do here. If a lot of people here, you have to understand that there is a 6-yard box. Now, when you are within the 6-yard box, if I could draw a line now to cover the whole 6-yard box here, between or all around the 6-yard box is the goalkeeper's area. So at that particular point in time, there's a benefit of doubt given to the goalkeeper. At this point, you should be claiming balls around your area. Yes, his eye is on the ball, but the point is that his positioning at this point, whenever a cross is coming in, it's too close to the goal line. So you should say that at this point, he should be out here. Something that maybe he should be claiming this ball rather than standing by and watching it. You have thoughts there, Mary?
No, I'm actually concurring what you're saying. It's appalling, really.
And as at that point now, this was the far post. A ball that is going across the far post, the best way to get to it is to ensure that it doesn't, at this particular point, cross over. Now, let's take a look at how all of this played out and see what happens here. You see? And basically, what on earth was Mazraoui doing at this particular point in time? What on earth? What was he doing? I mean, he just sat and let that... I mean, Mazraoui, exactly. Let's take a look at this movement here from Mazraoui. Quite an interesting, at this point in time, yes, your keeper has made the error. There's no need talking about it here. He has made the error. But look at this particular point in time. This ball shouldn't be crossing you to Karu Mitoma, who, of course, came in from the back post. If you had seen an island on his own, it's just like you're in Eco Atlantic and this one is in Aja. He's just there, island on his own. But at this particular point in time, Mazraoui should be doing better. Manchester United have a...
Like, defense is a problem in many teams now, and they'll probably be dragging players from one another very soon. And with the transfer window slowly coming to an end, we're about midway through it now. I believe that is a focus for many teams. Manchester United, Arsenal, the defense is sadly lacking. Okay,
all right. But then there's one that we know. That one, it was an issue. But this one, after this particular goal, the third one, that is where we cannot excuse Andre Onana. And he has a problem. Right? This is somebody that was muted. I mean, African keeper, he was there for the racing, but look at this. But just look at this. Come on, man. What is this? On a normal day, if Lami been boss, you no go collect salary this month. You no go collect salary this month. You cannot say that it was not fully 1,001% Andre Onana's fault.
There's no excusing that. I don't know, was he trying to form some kind of ability? I'm not sure. Maybe Spider-Man might be his hero, so he thought he could clutch it somehow, because I don't understand.
Well, that was a particular match. This particular match is what I would have like us look at this particular weekend. Next time we'll take a look at some other matches. But then this is it. The whole talk is Ruben Amorim. Is he back? Well, on account, after this particular match, he said something to the press which was quite interesting. He said this is the worst Manchester United side ever.
Yeah.
That's quite a damning, talk from a coach to talk about his football club or his. It's been the beautiful game. We will see you on the flip side just after this time.